In this edition of AVTN, pianos and comedy ruled the junior-senior high auditorium this past month. Details behind the event, plus progress continues around the campus. We'll show you where these projects currently stand, as well as a look at sports and weather, all ahead during this edition of AVTN News. A recent concert at the junior-senior high school is getting quite the reaction. Hello, I'm Jenna Schonk.
And I'm Josie Fischels.
Recently, coaches of one district team took the night off from team workouts and practices to don an entirely different role. With our top story this edition, we now turn to Mackenzie Homan.
This past month, the wrestling department took on a challenge off the mat by putting on a concert in the junior-senior high school auditorium featuring Deuces Wild, a dueling piano show out of the Minneapolis, Minnesota area, was held as a fundraiser for the Mustang Mat Club. Estimates from the event staff indicated an excellent first turnout, with nearly 92% of all venue tickets being sold in advance of the event. Event organizers also credit much of the event's success to the support of the community and the businesses within the surrounding areas that stepped up to sponsor the first of its kind fundraiser. Response to the event was quick and one-sided, with many taking to the wrestling program's Facebook page requesting they bring the show back soon. Reporting from the AVTN News Studios, I'm Mackenzie Homan. Back to you.
Thanks, Mackenzie. As of right now, no official date has been set, but we have heard of a possible return for next fall is in the works. We will bring you the latest as possible show dates become available.
With a shortened rehearsal season, the cast of Peter Pan worked hard through October to build sets, practice, and tweak the details of this year's high school fall play. Director Mary Burkett and play staff held auditions mid-September for the November show, but with the later-than-normal start to the 2015 to 2016 school year, this year's show, like many activities, were delayed by nearly 2 weeks compared to the past years. The cast worked hard to put the finishing touches on the sets and costumes, all the way up to opening night earlier this month, which kicked off 3 shows and a special daytime performance for elementary students. This year's show numbers are not completely known at this time, but as of right now, Peter Pan was one of the series' best attended shows in several years.
Updating you now on a story we first brought to you last month, the Mustang Foundation and Independence Community School District continue to build upon the progress with the new sports complex and final push that began earlier this past summer. What was once a dirt ag field has quickly transitioned into a state-of-the-art baseball and softball complex, completed with synthetic turf on the baseball infields and an irrigation system for the outfields. Much of the fast-paced progress on this project was largely possible thanks to the cooperative weather throughout the majority of October. Recently, with the end of October, rains and cold, district officials did note in a press release that one alteration would be needed to the plans, as the Northeast Water Retention Pond, designed to retain water runoff from the surging downstreet to neighboring residential neighborhoods, quickly filled and flooded over the Trotter Trail walkway. As a result of the large volume of water, district officials and contractors decided to use pumps to lower the water levels to an acceptable level, where project workers and volunteers can install a larger drainage line, allowing for quicker overflow drainage in hopes of preventing future overfilling of the pond. Stay tuned for continued project updates.
In another AVTN follow-up, the once home of the Mustangs is nothing more than rubble now. Last month, we showed you the beginning processes of bringing down the old junior-senior high school. Now, only a few identifiable points of the building's foundation remain, revealing a new skyline for many surrounding homes and properties. As the final proportions of the building campus are removed and cleaned, the site will be prepped for its future use as the city's new swimming pool and aquatic center.
Now, in its second year in the independent school system, Living the Mustang Way continues to encourage students, staff, and the community to exemplify the pillars of what it means to be a Mustang. Last year, the program was instituted at the junior-senior high school as we showcase students here on AVTN who were nominated for Living the Mustang Way. This year, the program was expanded to include the elementary buildings. Students at East and West have been learning about being a Mustang and getting involved in the many opportunities that this district has to offer. Recently, at an East Elementary assembly, students learned about getting involved in music as the high school all-state vocal audition students performed for students in kindergarten through 2nd grade. Over the past 2 school years, the Independence Junior-Senior High School has pushed the envelope with all aspects of the building, including the auditorium, where the building has hosted bigger and better holiday concerts. This year promises to be nothing less than what community members have come to expect. Last year, auditorium manager Travis McBride and staff held a tree drive with over 8 artificial trees and lights being donated. This year, staff could use your help still. If you would like to donate holiday decorations or lights, donations can be delivered to the auditorium and are tax deductible. One specific request for this year you could help with are donations of artificial snow. Staff are looking for a handful of bags of the fake shredded plastic snow as the holiday extravaganzas look to raise the bar on the already incredible productions. If you would like to see what Mr. McBride and students at AVTN Club have planned for this year's concert, you can see the big finale Monday, December 21st at 7 p.m. at the high school holiday concert and cookie walk. Speaking of holiday concerts, the auditorium will host concerts for many of the other grade levels, including the 5th and 6th grade band and vocal holiday concert, Thursday, December 3rd at 7 p.m. The East Elementary Kindergarten and 2nd grade concert will be held on Monday, December 14th at 6:30 p.m. Tuesday, December 15th will feature the junior high holiday concert, including the 7th and 8th grade choir and band. New this year, the Iowa group Brazilian Twins will be bringing the Brazilian Twins Christmas show to the auditorium. And finally, again, the season will conclude shortly before winter break begins, Monday, December 21st, for the high school band and vocal concert.
Prior to the completion of the junior-senior high school, one big push behind building the new education center was the opportunity to host numerous events previously not offered to our district with the former lack of host spaces. Over the past 2 years, our district has seen a swift increase in the number of hosted events, both arts and athletics. One event the district has yet to host in the new building will come back to our district after nearly an 11-year hiatus. This week, the district will have the honor of hosting the WAMAC Conference Honor Band, which will bring nearly 200 area high school music students from grade 9 through 12 to our building, culminating to a 7 p.m. public performance. One outcome these events continue to bring is the support of the local commerce, as many families coming to the town for these events stop for food and other accommodations in our city.
Students in all grades spent the end of October donning costumes in observance of Halloween. Students at East and West enjoyed the day at school in costume while studying. Not only did the students get into the spirit and fun of dressing in costume, staff also did their best to have fun with the day, dressing like witches and cats, to name a couple.
Coming up after the break, we'll take a look back at the official outcomes from this month's election cycle, including the winners of area cities elections. Later, we'll dive into your Mustang Nation sports highlights after weather, all ahead as the AVTN news for the mid-November continues after the break. You're watching AVTN, all things Mustangs.
Arts, athletics, and academics. 3 A's that describe the Mustangs. With a rich history in all areas, the Mustangs strive to be the standard for excellence on all fronts. A school district second to none, where students have numerous opportunities to achieve, excel, compete, and experience championship outcomes. The Independence Community School District will set you up for success during and after your career as a Mustang. Visit www.independence.k12.ia.us to learn more about how you can live the Mustang way and truly be second to none.
Looking to learn more about what the Mustangs are up to? Tune in to AVTN, your official home for all things Mustangs. Here at AV Tech Network News, we pride ourselves in producing professional-looking newscasts filled with the positive events and projects ongoing within our district and honoring those who accomplish truly great things. Tune in online or through social media as we produce and share a newscast each month, updating you on the very latest with our school district on your home for all things Mustangs.
Have you had the opportunity to see or play in an athletic event at Lyle Limbaugh Field? How about visit or use the multi-purpose athletics facility at the field? Have you or someone you know had the chance to walk the American Trotter Trail on the district's campus? Chances are many of you have, but many of you may not know a group of volunteers comprising the Independence Mustang Foundation has helped pave the way for these great assets to our school district and community, literally, by also working on the Linebaugh Complex paver project. The Mustang Foundation continues to support district-wide projects including the Junior-Senior High School Grand Piano, new cameras and technology for staff, students, and AV Tech Club. Plus, the group is now working on a project called The Final Push, which will foster new field turf for outdoor events, a new district home for the school's tennis, softball, and baseball teams with venues on the district's unified campus. Learn how you can donate and support the Mustang Foundation's mission by visiting their website at www.indymustangfoundation.com. The Mustang Foundation, helping unite us all as the Mustangs. The Mustang Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Taking a look into your local, state, national, and world news. Here at home, several events have taken place over the past few weeks, corresponding with the recent holidays and fall season. The Independence Area Chamber of Commerce hosted the annual Downtown Trick or Treat, which saw many of the downtown businesses take to the streets to hand out candy and prizes to several hundred kids and families who attended this year's event.
Also this fall, the Independence Municipal Airport and Walter Aviation hosted a pumpkin drop as a fun way to educate the public about aviation and the airport itself. Numerous planes flew into the take part of the event where the community was able to take part in airplane rides, great local food, and of course, falling pumpkins.
In election 2015-2016 coverage, voters recently went to the ballot box to cast votes for many of our area communities. Below are the full results for many of the area elections. Notably, the City of Independence saw a neutral outcome for City Council, as all previous members were retained, including longtime Councilman Bob Hill, who defeated Karen Connell along with 3rd Ward Representative Denny Vaughn, who defeated Dave Winger to retain his seat. In the city of Raleigh, incumbent Mayor Rita Knutson saw her bid for re-election come up short, losing to Sue Webster. Finally, in Brandon, Guy Stacy wins election to the mayor's seat as well.
Turning to the next election cycle, the Iowa caucuses are now less than 3 months away to the race for the White House and is starting to heat up. Below are the latest numbers for the state of Iowa, where the GOP fields continue to show Iowa voters favoring the non-establishment candidates Trump and Carson. Current U.S. Senator Marco Rubio is still in the top 5, though he has been under attack from former Florida Governor Jeb Bush about his Senate record and finance history. On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton has seen a surge since mid-October, when speculation ended as current Vice President Joe Biden announced he would not seek the office, leaving potential Biden supporters to get behind either Clinton or Sanders.
In national news, change is coming to one popular sport. In a move to follow suit with other sports like American football, the U.S. Youth Soccer Organization announced this month that it will be changing its policies on heading the ball in an effort to lower the number of concussions and the overall risk to players. The league has been under fire in a class action lawsuit as of late, but the case will now be dismissed following numerous concussion cases relating to the soccer maneuver. The new policy being handed down will remove the skill altogether for athletes under the age of 11 and limit the use in young teenage players in practice. This rule, however, does not apply to all youth leagues, only those under the authority of the U.S. Youth Soccer League. Over the past decade, much has been done to better understand the effects and causes of concussions in sports, most notably in the NFL and NCAA football, with many changes being adopted down to the high school level as well, regarding helmets, protective gear, and overall player safety.
In world news, a mythical legend may just have some substance behind it. Announced earlier this summer, with more evidence being found this month, a group of European treasure hunters claim they are confident they have found the location of a buried and hidden former Nazi war train loaded with stolen gold and jewels, said to have been sealed in a Nazi train tunnel in Eastern Europe after it was abandoned as the Nazi military retreated from advancing Soviet army. The Polish military has since then swept the area for any potential remaining Nazi explosives on the site, in preparation for the surveying crew to go in and begin scans of the earth in hopes of generating enough rough picture of what lies below. With winter approaching, though, it is possible that any excavation of the site may be delayed until this spring.
Coming up after the break, fall sports have concluded for this year. We'll recap the final records and celebrate a historic and exciting fall season, while also looking ahead to a busy winter season of Mustang sports. But first, a look at your weather vision forecast.
Cool and windy weather is moving out. A nice weekend is in store, but the big question still is, how long will it last? We'll tell you all about after the break. You're watching AVTN, All Things Mustang.
The Mustangs are off to a hot start. Football, volleyball, and cross country raise the bar, and we hope you won't let the threat of winter cool the fun. Join the Mustangs all this winter as the Mustang boys and girls enter WAMAC Conference, play against a loaded division of basketball powerhouses. Don't forget the other boys of winter on the wrestling mat will be in search of a repeat trip to state later this winter. Keep up to date with a full activity schedule by visiting www.wamacconference.org, and we'll see you at the staple.
Looking for a great way to support the maroon and white? Consider sponsoring AVTN. AVTN is a year-round project for the Independence AV Tech Club, which provides video services to both arts and athletics. AVTN advertising is a fundraiser for the AV Tech Club, allowing students involved to become further hands-on with the latest technology and expand our services. Over the past year, grant money, donations, and advertising have allowed our group to upgrade our productions to full HD video, increase special effects at auditorium shows, and to bigger and more energetic services for athletics. AVTN is truly made possible with your support and is a great way to connect the school with our community. To learn more about AVTN sponsorships, contact Mr. McBride, executive producer of AVTN, at tmcbride@independence.k12.ia.us or by phone at 319-334-7400. AVTN, your source for all things Mustangs.
What does it mean to be maroon and white? What does it mean to be a Mustang? Pride, determination, and a unified support of all things Mustang. Support the 3 A's of Mustang excellence: arts, athletics, and academics. Success in all areas and a drive to be competitive is who we are. We are the Mustangs. Support the maroon and white in school and around town by showing your Mustang pride each and every day. This message is brought to you by AVTN and the Independence AV Tech Club.
The month of November has been a typical roller coaster ride, with temperatures both above and below normal at times, and as a result, we have seen a few days so far with some extremely gusty winds. We should be done with extremes for a few days. Normal high temperatures for this year are close to 50 degrees, with overnight lows close to freezing mark. You have probably also noticed that the days are unfortunately getting shorter and it's getting darker earlier. Less daylight will unfortunately only continue to help cool those average temperatures as we approach the official beginning of winter next month. As we look at the surface map, you will see the last big storm system that brought the Midwest severe storms and gusty winds across Iowa is continuing to pull away as it climbs northeast over Canada and Hudson Bay region. It's continuing to affect the New England area with heavy rains, strong winds, and cooler temperatures. Behind the system, a large pool of cloud, Canadian air has been flooding south over the Rockies and upper Midwest, bringing snow to parts of Nebraska and the Dakotas. As we roll forward into time, we will see a nice warm-up in Iowa thanks to high pressure over south through the weekend, but right behind the warm-up is our next round of rain and wind, which looks like it will roll into Midwest early to mid next week. Behind that, trends are suggesting a cool down again with another possible warm-up by Thanksgiving. So far, the climate outlook through the end of month is trending this way as well, showing the upper Midwest to have a good chance of near to above normal temperatures through the end of the month. Precipitation should remain near as normal through the end of the month, though we could stand to some additional moisture as much of Iowa was quite dry through much of August and September this year. Bringing us closer to home, tonight we will see Iowa's temperature dropping into upper 20s with frost likely across the region. Skies will remain clear with west winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, going into your weekend, highs will
rebound across the state into low to mid 50s, with sunny skies accepted and more of the same for tomorrow night. Clear skies, light winds, and slightly warmer temperatures with overnight lows in 30 degrees.
Arts, athletics, and academics. 3 A's that describe the Mustangs. With a rich history in all areas, the Mustangs strive to be the standard for excellence on all fronts. A school district second to none where students have numerous opportunities to achieve, excel, compete, and experience championship outcomes. The Independence Community School District will set you up for success during and after your career as a Mustang. Visit www.independence.k12.ia.us to learn more about how you can live the Mustang way and truly be second to none.
The Mustangs are off to a hot start. Football, volleyball, and cross country raise the bar, and we hope you won't let the threat of winter cool the fun. Join the Mustangs all this winter as the Mustang boys and girls enter WAMAC Conference, play against a loaded division of basketball powerhouses. Don't forget the other boys of winter on the wrestling mat will be in search of a repeat trip to state later this winter. Keep up to date with a full activity schedule by visiting www.wamacconference.org, and we'll see you at the Staple.
Looking to learn more about what the Mustangs are up to? Tune in to AVTN, your official home for all things Mustangs. Here at AV Network News, we pride ourselves in producing professional-looking newscasts filled with the positive events and projects ongoing within our district and honoring those who accomplish truly great things. Tune in online or through social media as we produce and share a newscast each month, updating you on the very latest with our school district on your home for all things Mustangs.
Taking a look into your Mustang Nation sports, cross country concluded a solid season with the campaign being capped off by Ryan Adams, who qualified for the state meet. While Ryan ran a strong time, he managed to place midway in the crowded field of over 100 runners. Congratulations to Ryan and Coach Crawford representing the Mustangs at the state meet. It started off to a solid start for the season for both volleyball and football, saw both teams come up just short of making school history. For the girls, hard work and determination led them to third consecutive appearance in the regional semifinals. A win over number 1 West Delaware would have stamped a ticket to state tournament for the second time in 3 years. The Mustangs came out aggressive in the first set, but quickly slowed and were overpowered by the high Hawk offense, taking the match 2-1 and ending the Mustangs season. This season, however, brought its set of challenges as the girls were moved from Class 3A to 4A, making the team have to up their game, and yet the team managed to muscle their way late into the postseason. Congratulations to the girls on their outstanding season. For the boys, high praise coming into this season was matched throughout the fall, with the team beating many expectations coming into this fall. At one point, District 3 play had 3 top 10 ranked teams with Mustangs in the fight. While the team was unable to tie the record at 9-0 with the 1973 team, the team managed an 8-1 season, taking the conference runner-up spot, ranked in the top 8 overall in the state, and earned second consecutive playoff appearance. It all came to an end on a cold and damp fall night here at where the Mustangs faced off in a rematch against the Decorah Vikings. Turnovers and errors on the Vikings handed the regular season match to the Mustangs, but it was all Decorah in the second meeting, shutting the Mustangs out and ending the postseason run. Overall, the Mustangs saw vast improvement that still has many impressed around Northeast Iowa, as the Mustangs improved their record by 2 overall wins this season to end the 2015 campaign at 8-2. Looking ahead, things have calmed for this time being, as November is an off month for many athletes. Things are about to heat up as Mustangs boys and girls basketball kicks off later this month, along with wrestling taking off to the mats as well. As we head to a break, here's a look at the dates for each team's first events coming up as we look forward to the kicking off of the 2015-16 winter sports season. We'll be right back.
Have you had the opportunity to see or play in an athletic event at Lyle Limbaugh Field? How about visit or use the multi-purpose athletics facility at the field? Have you or someone you know had the chance to walk the American Trotter Trail on the district's campus? Chances are many of you have, but many of you may not know a group of volunteers comprising the Independence Mustang Foundation has helped pave the way for these great assets to our school district and community, literally, by also working on the Limbaugh Complex Paver Project. The Mustang Foundation continues to support district-wide projects including the Junior-Senior High School Grand Piano, new cameras and technology for staff, students, and AV Tech Club, plus the group is now working on a project called The Final Push, which will foster new field turf for outdoor events, a new district home for the school's tennis, softball, and baseball teams with venues on the district's unified campus. Learn how you can donate and support the Mustang Foundation's mission by visiting their website at www.indymustangfoundation.com. The Mustang Foundation, helping unite us all as the Mustangs. The Mustang Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Looking for a great way to support the Maroon and White? Consider sponsoring AVTN. AVTN is a year-round project for the Independence AV Tech Club, which provides video services to both arts and athletics. AVTN advertising is a fundraiser for the AV Tech Club, allowing students involved to become further hands-on with the latest technology and expand our services. Over the past year, grant money, donations, and advertising have allowed our group to upgrade our productions to full HD video, increase special effects at auditorium shows, and to bigger and more energetic services for athletics. AVTN is truly made possible with your support and is a great way to connect the school with our community. To learn more about AVTN sponsorships, contact Mr. McBride, executive producer of AVTN, at tmcbride@independence.k12.ia.us or by phone at 319-334-7400. AVTN, your source for all things Mustangs.
The Mustangs are off to a hot start. Football, volleyball, and cross country raise the bar, and we hope you won't let the threat of winter cool the fun. Join the Mustangs all this winter as the Mustang boys and girls enter WAMAC Conference, play against a loaded division of basketball powerhouses. Don't forget the other boys of winter on the wrestling mat will be in search of a repeat trip to state later this winter. Keep up to date with a full activity schedule by visiting www.wamacconference.org, and we'll see you at the Staple.
Arts, athletics, and academics. 3 A's that describe the Mustangs. With a rich history in all areas, the Mustangs strive to be the standard for excellence on all fronts. A school district second to none where students have numerous opportunities to achieve, excel, compete, and experience championship outcomes. The Independence Community School District will set you up for success during and after your career as a Mustang. Visit www.independence.k12.ia.us to learn more about how you can live the Mustang way and truly be second to none.
We're just about out of time, but before we wrap things up, here's Ryan Adams with your Weather Vision forecast.
Thanks, Jenna. Temps will warm back to near normal after a cool end of the week. Sunny skies will be here for the weekend before our next chance of rain, middle of next week.
Thanks, Ryan. And with that, we want to, of course, thank you, as always, for tuning into this broadcast of AVTN News. AVTN News is a production of the students and AV Tech Club here at the Independence Junior-Senior High.
If you have a news suggestion or a nomination for our Living the Mustang Way segment, feel free to send us an email to indyavtech@gmail.com.
This has been the AVTN News for mid-November 2015. Thanks again for watching. For Ryan, Isha, and Will, I'm Jenna Shonk.
And I'm Josie Fischels. We'll see you again next time on AVTN All Things Mustangs. Have a great day and an even better tomorrow.